It was last summer. I started working on the designs for Ragtime, and the very first stages would be reading the script, listening to the music, and perhaps starting to do a little research, because Ragtime takes place in a real time. You want to find photographs and have a look and find out what that world was really like, and that was actually really interesting. And then at some point, talking to the director, you want to put together some of the ideas and start to just make, perhaps with folded paper, just an idea of what the space might be like and what you might need to make the show work in terms of a set or scenery. That's usually the very beginning. And for a show like Ragtime, that was a long and really difficult process. To figure out all the different scenes in the show was a huge job. But sometime in the fall, early in the fall, I needed to come up with a maquette and actually start the process of creating drawings that the carpenters could actually then start to build the scenery for the show. That was in October. I had people starting to help me build the model, and we were moving into more of the detailed work then. The painters needed information, all kinds of things that started to expand. But still we were saying that it was early days, and with some of those things we could still change things and tweak things as we learned more and more. The costumes, I started to draw those pictures in November. We had already had a lot of conversations about who the people were and what the colors and various scenes, what they needed to be and how it needed to feel. And it took me almost a month to draw all the pictures you see behind me. But that really involves in some ways thinking about the people, not just the drawing. It's what goes into the drawing that really takes the time and thought. And then after that, oh boy, everything starts to gear up and move faster and faster and faster. So we were shopping for fabrics, we were building furniture and some props. Anything that was definite and needed to be done was started well before Christmas. We went to Toronto and New York and shopped for lots of fabrics. And one of the things that was important for Ragtime, because it's such a big show, is we went to our own costume warehouse at Shaw. There's a whole warehouse full of costumes, and we'll be using a lot of those in the show. They'll be good because they'll feel like secondhand clothes and they'll feel real, and the things that they build in the Shaw shops are wonderful and strong and not fake at all. So they're going to stand us in very good stead when the show happens. And now what we're doing is, in addition to the rehearsals happening now, is we're having many fittings in a day, lots of meetings, lots of details. I try to visit rehearsal almost every day at the end of the day so I can see what's going on, and everything's starting to build up, and it's as if the train is going at full blast now. So, but that's been a long time. That's been more than 6 months since it first left the station.